Hey everyone, we are here tonight with the 2004 Chevy Cavalier, and we already know what the problem is, so we're going to show you. We've got fuel here on the intake pipe, which runs up this vacuum tube to the fuel pressure regulator. So we're going to change this part out today because the internal diaphragm has failed. In addition to the fuel pressure regulator, we are going to replace this vacuum tube. These are discontinued by GM, very hard to get. We got one at a junkyard. The fuel's eaten away. All fuel, time, and heat have eaten away at that rubber there, and that could be causing the leak too. So we're going to replace that as well. Before we get replacing these parts, we need to relieve the fuel system pressure. So we're going to open the door and pull the fuel pump fuse. All right, here we are. We're going towards this. Let's pop open the fuse box. There is a fuse puller there at the bottom. Looking there at the lower left and then one to the right, that's 15 amp for fuel pump injection. That's going to be this blue one here. Okay, that's out. Now let's start the car. Okay, that's good. Let's go put that fuse back in. Don't forget to put that back too. Get that door back on. Okay, this vacuum tube just pulls off. And when you're putting it back, just remember it goes over the throttle cable like that. Okay, next we're going to need a T30 and a 24 mil wrench. Let's crack this here. You're going counterclockwise toward the front of the car. That's easy. It's moving. It's a little crusty. Okay, now before we take that off fully, T30, 1 3/8 here. Okay, that's going fine. Let's take a quick look at the new part. There it is. PR286 from Standard Motor Products. On the bottom is where the fitting goes here with the O-ring to the fuel rail. So that's going to probably be a little bit tight down there, so we're going to have to wiggle that off carefully. Screw aside. Okay, that's all the way back. Put this rag under here to catch any fuel. Okay, I'm also going to clean this while it's open. So that line is moving. Now let's work on getting this up. It's pretty tight.
This is where things started to go wrong. What I should have done here is first, remove the fuel filler cap, and then relieve the fuel pressure at the service port on the line. You can do this with a small screwdriver and something to catch the fuel. Next, remove the two 10mm nuts securing the fuel line to the valve cover, which you'll see later. You can then move the fuel line back and out of the regulator, then twist the regulator side to side to break the seal, and then lift the regulator out of the fuel rail. Or you can do it the hard way, which you're about to see.
There we go. There. Well, that's good, it moved. You know what? It's actually a really good spot to pry because the aluminum's reinforced there. That whole block is just solid. We're moving up here to a bigger screwdriver, create more space. And what we gotta do is get right under there. Yeah. And that should be enough. All right, we're gonna throw another one of these in here. This falling means that that is doing what it needs to do. Okay, it's moving in my hand now. Looks like it's about to come out. There we go. How are we doing? Well, that was fun. Can move this rag now. Is it? Oh god. All right, here we go. There. There it is. Definitely kind of bonded on the top there. You can see where the rust is. I don't work with fuel a lot, so this was a good learning lesson and good content, really good content. Okay. Let's just try to wipe away here on the hole. Don't try to anything in. We don't have to do much here. Just making sure. Then I'm gonna put a finger here to make sure it's smooth. And it should be smooth enough for the new one. Okay, so we need to get this fitting seated all the way, the one at the bottom. Can't really do it without getting some side-to-side twist on it. And we can't do that with this in the way, so we have to move that. So we've got a 10 mil here. We're gonna take off 2 nuts holding these. The first one is here, just at the back of the coil pack. We're at the black plastic here. It's better if you don't drop these. Makes for a shorter night. There's one. Now this one is essentially at the front of the coil pack, and just follow this cable, the bracket here for the throttle cable, and it's right in there. I can't back up too much with the ratchet or I'm going to get stuck against the purge valve. Now, I'm going to pull this back out, up, out. Much better this time. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's get that down, but not all the way, just so we can adjust. What we have to do first is reset these. Nuts. Just a little grease here to hold this in. Okay, it's on. Not too tight, just snug. Next one, much easier. Still gonna use some grease. tightening the nuts up here, make sure this line is inserted into the regulator, or else if crooked it could put it in a bind. And once this catches on the threads, you can use it to draw in the line the rest of the way. But you have to make sure those are spinning by hand. Right now it's just catching and missing. I think we're catching now. Let's tighten this down. Don't strip this whenever you do, because this won't hold without that. And you gotta get a new fuel rail. Okay, that's good. Don't go too crazy with this. There is a seal. And if it does leak, it'll be minimal, and you can tighten it up after. That's okay. That should be it. I'm going to prime the fuel pump 2 or 3 times to pressurize the fuel system, and we'll see if any fuel leaks out before I start the car. Let's check for leaks. I see nothing. Check here too. Good. That is how you change a fuel pressure regulator on a 03 to 05 Cavalier and Sunfire with a 2.2 EcoTech. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.